earlier this week, the Twitter world and just the social media world exploded. Got text messages left and right. The Dolphins did make a move to shore up the backup quarterback position, and that is by getting one Zach Wilson.
I love Zach, man.
He's on a 1-year, $6 million deal.
Get that money, baby.
Fully guaranteed deal. Could grow to $10 million.
Nice.
We couldn't have just kept Mike White. Nope.
Y'all just love our hand-me-downs. Y'all love our second fiddles, man.
Okay, so I'm trying to debate whether I like this move or I don't like this move. I know, of course, time will tell.
You're not going to like the move because he's a jet quarterback.
I watched that game where the guy got beat 30-0. I was at that game. His internal timing was some of the worst internal timing that I've ever seen.
Huh, man.
But I'm talking about the high school level.
But here's the theory.
Let's go.
Sam Darnold.
Left for dead, but
Geno Smith.
Raider.
What do they both have in Zach Wilson? What do all three have in common?
The Jets.
They were all drafted by the Jets. So if you want to go by the fact that maybe they didn't have now remember, this is different personnel, different coaches. So maybe it's just the stench of the Jets that was just bad on them. Maybe. But what I would say is, Sam Darnold also went to Carolina. He didn't play that well. Geno Smith went to the Giants after that. He didn't play that well. They had to find a actual quarterback guru.
It's looking more and more like that coach is the most important thing going.
Sean Payton helped
Bo Nix,
Jameis Winston.
Yeah,
when Jameis was struggling.
Drew Brees wasn't Drew Brees until he and Sean Payton teamed up.
And Sean Payton also had Zach Wilson for a year, and look what he did with Bo Nix. So maybe a year under Sean Payton's tutelage would help Zach Wilson. Same thing with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold was the backup for the Niners. He was the backup for the Niners after his Carolina stint, and that one season with the Niners, look at him now.
Isn't it amazing? You get with guys like Sean Payton, Kevin O'Connell, who was coach of the year.
Another guy, Kevin O'Connell, who's a quarterback guru.
Everybody that plays for him is a great quarterback. It's like, he just knows how to pick them, I guess.
So Zach has the talent. He can throw the ball. He can move. He's athletic. He can do it. Can he read the film? I mean, can he read the field? Like you said, he does look like he has slow eyes and,
hands and feet.
No, I don't think he has slow feet.
I want to say
hands, but I'm just saying he might have slow eyes, slow to read the field and everything like that. Maybe in the system where he doesn't have to hold on to the ball, maybe just, quick release, boom. That can work. It's funny because I remember when Tyreek was available, both the Jets and the Dolphins were going after him, and they were trying to get Tyreek to help out young Zach Wilson in New York. And now eventually he's going to be, 4 years later, he's eventually going to be teaming up with Tyreek. I don't know what the decision would have been. What other decision would have been better? Would you have wanted Jameis to be the backup quarterback?
I love Gardner Minshew.
Would you like Gardner Minshew? Because here's the problem with these quarterbacks. They're good and they've started, right? That they're capable quarterbacks in the NFL.
That's what we're looking for.
But are they? But they're not capable. But they cannot. They couldn't be capable starting quarterbacks in the NFL. The problem with certain teams, and especially with this team, is that it's not like one game Tua is going to miss. If Tua misses time, he misses quite amount of time. So if it's a game, I don't think you're upset with Zach Wilson if it's a game. But if it's 4 to 5 games, that 4 to 5 game stretch could be the determining factor in seeding or even winning a division. Yeah, I think you have reasons to be concerned.
Try to be positive about this. He was a number 2 overall pick.
Yeah, but that draft stunk.
Right. Well, I'm just
even
saying.
The best even the top player in that draft, he hasn't really lived up to his expectations.
Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah.
But nonetheless, you're looking at the bright side. Number 2 overall pick. Obviously, teams saw something in him. You're hoping, kind of like Tua, get him with Mike McDaniel, get a guru of offense, get him into the system. And at the same time, you don't need him to carry your team. It's like their song, I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. Get us a win here and there. If Tua goes down for 2 games, play good for 2 games, maybe get split 1-1, be serviceable. That's not asking too much, hopefully. And maybe you can unlock something in Zach Wilson. He can get you through the tough times and do good. With that being said, going into the draft, I thought he was going to be a bust. I said it many times. I watched him, like I said, at that Jets game when they came and got beat 30-0. He had no internal clock and sometimes didn't even know like he knew he was playing a football game. There's a reason why he hasn't played very much in this league or not very well in this league. Is probably because he's not all that good. So I'm torn.
And you signed him.
I'm torn, yeah. He's been healthy though. When you don't play, it's easy to be healthy, I guess. He was really bad, man. I don't know.
I can tell you right now, man. I can't wait for it to happen.
So
Zach starts playing well.
Tua goes down for a game or two.
And Zach goes crazy. Throws for like
He's got a
350.
I've seen him. I've seen his arm. I'm not knocking that.
Throw for 350, 4 touchdowns. You see 80-yard bomb, but not the 80-yard bombs you've been seeing here. I'm talking about like he's throwing the ball deep and the receiver's catching it. South Florida is gonna fall in love, and all the Tua haters are gonna be like, "Oh, Zach Wilson should be it," and all the 40-year-old beautiful ladies of South Florida going crazy.
Well, he was dating a girl that was on the was it Bachelor, Bachelorette? Her name's Nicolette Delano.
He's engaged, by the way.
Okay,
but the fact of the matter is,
she was Bachelorette.
He was
Bachelorette trip. Okay, no. He is engaged to Nicolette Delano.
Yeah. So. But
she was on a Bachelorette trip when he got signed the contract. She's 23. Okay.
Wait, she was on a Bachelorette trip when he signed the contract?
Yeah.
That's nasty work. She's celebrating her friend getting married, but she's also celebrating like, ooh, my man got some money. I'm winning too.
She put some nice pictures up and he commented, looking good. Man. She's in Los Cabos, Mexico.
I'd have dumped her.
Zach Wilson gets it done. Maybe might not get it done on the field.
Fam,
yeah, that's his fiance.
Do you understand he's good for life?
He's cool.
No, he's good for life. His family owns JetBlue.
Nice.
He's good for life.
Oh, remember the last time we had a guy that was good for life because his dad was a dentist or something and he didn't even really need to play football when he was a backup quarterback here in Miami? That went really well.
Who's that, Rosen?
Josh Rosen.
Yeah, but everybody knew Rosen stunk.
Does everybody know Zach Wilson stinks?
Or you've got 5 years. Rosen only lasted 2 years.
Well, you got my guy, Zach Wilson, on a 1-year contract, $6 million.
Yeah, this is it for him. To be quite honest with you, if you don't see Zach Wilson at all, you had a great season.
Yes. That was the same thing with Mike White. Mike White was a great backup quarterback when he didn't play.
Y'all love our hand-me-downs, man.
You got Mike White for $4 million, 2 years, $4 million each.
And then you signed Zach Wilson for
1
more.
Year, 6, yeah. So you're saying Zach Wilson's better than Mike White?
You love our hand-me-downs. Tim Boyle.
Why?
Zach Wilson.
Why? Tim Boyle, that's still
Mike White, Mikey Blanco from the Pines.
Say, though, maybe with Zach Wilson, and he does have great arm strength and stuff. He does have some skill. Maybe you get him in that system, that quick think, not think system, like Tua, ball out real quick, throw it to a spot, get it there. Maybe Mike McDaniel thinks he can work with that.
Maybe.
And if you can only work, and if he only has to work maybe 3 games this year, that'd be pretty nice too. I'm talking about regular season games. Well, that'd be awesome if he plays on all the preseason games, and then we don't probably see him for a year. But that's probably not going to happen.
Not the moves that Dolphins fans want.
No. Liam Eichenberg, Zach Wilson.
And that's the question. So here's the better question, Cousin. Which signing upsets Dolphins fans more? Zach Wilson being your backup or Liam Eichenberg returning back to the team?
That's fine. Liam Eichenberg.
I know people don't understand it.
Do
you understand that those signings, this is the reason why people are upset. You signed Zach Wilson knowing that Tua has a history of being hurt and missing games. So you're in your mind, you have a feeling, you're preparing yourself that Zach Wilson's going to start a game for the Miami Dolphins in the 2025 season.
Maybe 2.
You've known Liam Eichenberg. You've had him. You drafted him. You know his resume.
He has some deficiencies.
man, you know all his weaknesses, and you decided to bring him back. And you know your offensive line. That's never been healthy. I'm not even going to ask you who plays first, Eichenberg or Zach Wilson.
Oh, that's Eichenberg's going to play first.
But they're both going to be playing.
At some point, yeah.
I'm asking which signing does the fan base is more, which signing has the fan base more disappointed?
It's definitely Zach Wilson.
Why do you say that? Because I need to know the quarterbacks that are out there that you Dolphins fans would have wanted to back up Tua. Would you have wanted Jameis? You said you wanted Gardner Minshew.
That's who I wanted.
Okay. That's not happening.
No, well, he already signed with the Kansas City Chiefs for a year.
Yeah, he wants to win the title. Jameis, do you want Jameis? Because Jameis is like his next. He's already got media. He's got media on his mind.
Of course, I want Jameis Winston.
Okay. Even though, so you're good with Jameis.
Yes.
So you would have been good with anybody else, Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I've been fine with
McCorkle Jones.
I'd have been fine with that guy too. Look,
why? Because the question I'm asking you is why is it because these guys have quarterback experience? Same thing as Zach Wilson. They have starting quarterback experience. Same thing as Zach Wilson.
I'm just more confident they come in 1 or 2 game pinch and possibly win a game, possibly lead the team, possibly put up some touchdowns on the board. Because there was a stretch in there. It was rough, lad. Last year in Miami.
Yeah.
Backup quarterbacks. Whew.
Yeah.
Very rough.
Yeah.
Time will tell. Obviously, Mike McDaniel sees something in Zach Wilson, and maybe he can pull it out. We'll see.